Speaking at the Climate Change and Innovation Conference at Strathmore University, Environment, Water and Natural Resources Cabinet Secretary Professor Judi Wakhungu said adaptation and mitigation to climate change is now the way to go for African countries.
Stakeholders in climate change in Africa are echoing the importance of addressing both exposure and vulnerability of several key sectors like agriculture and food security, water supply, energy security, regional security, migration, healthcare, and biodiversity to extreme events in Africa.
She said already the government is working to ensure that any development in the energy sector takes into consideration the need for green energy development, adding that the government intends to overhaul all development policies that do not put into consideration climate change mitigation and adaptation.
New dispensation, we have been asked as cabinet secretaries, because we are fewer, to work as closely with each other as possible. So I'm definitely working with my colleague in energy and petroleum for them to relook at the renewable energy strategy that the government certainly has. I think that communication is positive. We are collaborating on anything to do with green energy, for example. And I think that you will see in the next coming months overhauling of some of these policies and certainly more focus on renewable energy.
Professor Wakhungu said the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, IPCC, have predicted that crop yields are reducing by 50% in some countries due to the shortened growing season as a result of insufficient moisture, while arable land is becoming unproductive, saying such scenarios could impact negatively on food security.
The overall objective should be to build a consensus amongst policymakers, academicians, and practicing stakeholders on best practices and mainstreaming climate change concerns into development policies, strategies, programs, and practices.
The Cabinet Secretary called on the public and hoteliers to take seriously this year's theme on Environment Day, Think, Eat, Save, Reduce Footprint, by reducing the amount of food going to waste and ending up on garbage dumps, as this is causing environmental degradation, adding that the hospitality industry is a major culprit.
We're also trying to work with the hospitality industry to reduce the amount of food that is served in order to reduce the waste from the beginning. The irony of this particular topic is that we're talking about food waste when, as you know very well, there are several people in this country that are starving. So it's ironic, but I think that we are trying to develop the policies to ensure less waste and also to provide realistic portions of food.
Current statistics indicate that the global temperatures are rising at between 0.2 degrees Celsius and 0.5 degrees Celsius, a matter that could further aggravate the habitability of the planet Earth. Judith Akolo, Channel 1 News Hour.